Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our Swadhyaya online reading retreat labs presents power of SAP, the gateway to spirituality. So here SAP, as you know, it refers to Sambandh, Avidya and Prayojan, not typical SAP ERP software. So in this Gita Daily series, which we have already started in the last session, we have covered Bhagavad Gita 2.69, and it is part of the theme. You might be thinking which theme it belongs to. So we are still in the theme number 2, that is seeing the world through Gita's eyes. And in that, we are continuing with today. We'll start with the chapter number 3, verse number 39. That is slick about sin or sick about sin, right? So that is the verse for today. So we'll directly go to the Bhagavad Gita 3.39 from Vedabase. Let me go there. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga, verse number 39. Yeah. Thus, translations. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Purport. It is said in the Manu-smṛti that lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment, just as a fire is never extinguished by a constant supply of fuel. In the material world, the center of all activity is sex. And thus, this material world is called maithunya-āgāra, or the shackles of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient to the laws of the Lord are shackled by advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of the material existence of a living entity. Therefore, this lost is the symbol of ignorance by which the living entity is kept within a material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually, that so-called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. Now we'll go back to our Gita for Daily Enrichment series. And in that, we are reading verse number 3.39. Slick about sin or sick about sin. So if you do not know the meaning of the slick, it is done or operating in an impressively smooth and efficient way, right? Smooth and superficially impressive, but insincere or shallow. The brands are backed by slick advertising. Okay, so that's the meaning of it. So we can make a note of it. Or sick about sin. Yeah. A tragic trend of our times is the glamorization of immoral sexual indulgence is fashionable, as slick, as cool. This is especially evident in soap opera that portray sexual immorality as bold and adventurous. Intoxication generated by such illicit sexual fantasies often blinds people to its real life consequences that are evident in the increasing statistics of sexual abuses like rape, incest, pedophilia. If you do not know the meaning, you can make a note of it if you do not know the meaning of it. Otherwise, I will highlight it here. Abuses like rape, incest, and pedophilia. Most civilized people feel sickened when they hear of such abuses. Yet, the same people rarely feel sickened by their causes. The ubiquitous sexual images that are displayed on billboards, fashion ramps, and celluloid screens. Gita wisdom makes explicit the cause-effect connection between sexual images and sexual abuses. The Bhagavad Gita 3.39 unmasks lust by declaring it to be an eternal enemy, nitya-vairiṇā, that devours our intelligence like an insatiable fire, duṣpūreṇānalena, right? We'll just make a highlight of it if not the meaning of it. Ubiquitous also, yeah. Unmask. Unmask is a little easy to understand. Like an insatiable fire, sexual images that offer visual indulgence serve as a readily combustible fuel for the fire of lust. When this fuel is fed constantly, the fire of lust becomes a conflagration that devours people's intelligence, conscience, common sense, even humanity. It is no wonder that the people who perpetrate horrendous sexual abuses are not some of two-horned demons from another planet. They're humans like us, but humans whom lust has perverted into monsters. If we used to stop such abuses, improved police regulation is not enough. That will at best check the circumstantial cause, but never the root cause. That root cause is the inordinate aggravation of lust through the misleading glamorization and popularization of sexual images is slick. We need to end the double standards of being sickened by the effect of lust, sexual abuses, and allured by the causes of lost sexual images. We can no longer be slick about sin. We need to become sick about sin. Okay, so we will read the translation once again. 3.39. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. So we have a couple of words today. So we will just make a note of this. The word of the today, words of the day. Yeah. So first of all, the slick. Incest, pedophilia. Ubiquitous. Masked devil. Conflagration. Conflagration. Devour, already given. Perpetrate, horrendous. Horrendous. Inordinate. Aggravation. Okay, then with this, we have completed today's verse. So I'll recommend to read the translations in the purport once again, right? Then we will continue with the next verse or in the series, right? Okay. So we will stop here. We'll mark as a green as we have completed this verse today. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.